Today it's a little cold. It was, I believe, 72 degrees yesterday, and now today it is a high of 42, and we got some winter weather this morning. It snowed a bit. So I wanted to make something warm and cozy, and I had all the ingredients to make this, and I am making a spinach and artichoke soup. This is my aunt's recipe. She makes it all the time, and I just can't get enough of it.
Okay, y'all, let's get started making this spinach and artichoke soup. So I have my big pot heating up here, and I am using this Better Than Bouillon, using the roasted chicken base. All I do is take my big measuring cup and put some water in it, and I put that in the microwave for a little while to get the water hot. And then I go ahead and take a heaping teaspoon, tablespoon, however much you need, and then put it into here and just let it soak. So I like using this because it's concentrated. You don't have to have these big bulky boxes. You can just keep this in your fridge and that's all you need. They also come in smaller. I get this one from Costco, but they also come in smaller glass containers that you can get at like Walmart or Kroger or your local grocery store. So I'm gonna go ahead and put our stock in our pot here. Woo. That was hot. That was very hot. Okay, so we have our 6 cups of chicken stock in here. I'm gonna go ahead and add our half of diced yellow onion. I also have our 2 cans of artichokes. I like them quartered because I don't have to do anything, but you can get them in halves or whole, and those come canned. And if you get that, just chop them up into smaller pieces. I like them quartered because I like to have these big chunky pieces in my soup, but if you want something a little bit smaller, or you have small mouths, maybe some kiddos who need smaller bites, you can go ahead and chop this up as well. I'm gonna leave mine quartered. And then I have our spinach, and all I did, this was frozen chopped spinach, and all I did was defrost it in the bag and then squeeze the life out of it. And that leaves us with this beautiful chopped spinach that I'm gonna add. Okay, so don't judge me, but this is what I use as far as garlic goes. I get it in the jar, it's in water. All I have to do is take a spoon and it's done. You know, sometimes convenience things are good to have. I'm also gonna add our salt. It calls for 2 teaspoons. I'm just eyeballing it here. And then some fresh cracked black pepper. We're gonna bring this liquid up to a boil. All right, it's been 20 minutes, so let's take a look. Oh, perfect. You see our onions are starting to get translucent. That's good, that's what we want. That's the whole point. Kind of simmering everything together. Okay, that looks good. So at this point, I am veering off from my aunt's recipe a bit here. Still the same ingredients. It calls for a brick of cream cheese chopped up in small little cubes, and you add them in one at a time and let them dissolve. Well, I had bought extra of this whipped cream cheese spread. So we're just gonna swirl this in. And if you're using just a regular block of cream cheese, all you do is cut it into small little cubes, add those in one at a time, and just kind of do the same thing. This one is just aerated, so in my head, I think it's going to distribute itself a little bit faster. So we'll see. I'm just gonna do some big dollops here. I know it kind of looks like a hot mess at this stage, but trust me, when it all comes together, it's delicious. And Kim, don't be mad at me if this didn't come out good. I'm just using what I had. Okay, just pressing out some of the bigger clumps of cream cheese. This smells good. I'm gonna lower the pot just a tad bit, and I'm gonna put the lid back on and simmer for another 20 minutes. All right, it's been another 20 minutes. So let's look at this. Oh, it looks good. Okay, great. At this point, I'm gonna get rid of our lid. And we're gonna go ahead and add our pint of heavy whipping cream. Now at this point, it's very important that you don't let it boil because it will separate and you will not have a pretty looking soup. It will just be yucky. So you see how the cream just adds a whole nother level to this? Oh, it's so good. So we're gonna let this go for about 5 minutes just so it can heat up with the cream. And then we're done.
Isn't it beautiful? I love this soup. The good thing about it is you can freeze it. It freezes really well. You can put it in a Ziploc bag and freeze it until the next time you want it. And then you have it already made. You just need to defrost it. And you can either do that by putting it in a pot or just letting it defrost on its own in the fridge. I hope you like it. Please let me know if you have any comments or if you think of other things that you want to add to it. Thanks for watching. Cut.